Time for potential buyers to come see your house. Let's talk about what to expect when you're showing your house, especially if you're still living in it. Hi, I'm Kelly Vandever. I'm a real estate agent in the Atlanta, Georgia area with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. As you put your house on the market, you know people need to come and see it before they make an offer. So let's talk about what happens, whether you sell the house privately or list it on the open market. If you're not living in the house, it's not a big deal. But what if you are still living in the house? What things should you expect? First, be smart and protect your personal property. Lock things up or remove them altogether. There should be a real estate professional present whenever the property is being shown, but you don't want to leave any temptations around that would cause people to want to do bad things. Second, it's best if you're not present when potential buyers come to see your home. Potential buyers are making a decision about whether or not to put in an offer based on looking at your house for 15 minutes, maybe an hour at the most. It's best that they not have that feeling like, oh, I don't want to offend the person because they're standing right there, or feeling like they can't really look at the house because they're worried about invading your privacy. Give them some room, let them look at the house. Next, be ready for the realities based on the decisions you made, if you're selling the house off market or if you're putting it on the open market. If you're selling off market, you need to be ready to coordinate with your real estate professional to have times where people can come see the house. How much heads up will you need before they come show the house? Can you keep the house picked up and looking good for potential buyers? If you're selling on the open market and you are comfortable with having an open house, you'll probably only need to be gone for a few hours during the open house periods. And in this market, there's a very good chance you'll sell the house the very first weekend. If you're not comfortable with an open house, it's probably a good idea to make arrangements to be away from your home for several days when it's first listed. That way, showings can be easily scheduled. If you're at a price point that typically takes longer to sell, work with your agent and be as flexible as possible with those showings. The thing to know about home buyers is they're not just looking at your property. They're looking at your property and comparing it to other houses they've seen. Based on what they've seen, they'll make a decision on whether they like your house and what kind of offer to put in. What should you expect next? Well, there could be any number of scenarios that happen with an offer. You could receive an offer that's below what you've asked for. You could receive an offer that is at the sales price that you asked for, or you could receive multiple offers that are at or above what you asked for, or you could receive no offer at all. In a future video, we'll drill down to each of those different scenarios and what they mean. But before we do that, it's important to understand that it's more than just the price that the buyer is willing to pay. It's also about the terms that are part of that offer. The terms of the offer above and beyond the price are what we'll talk about in the next video. As mentioned in earlier videos, I've created a guide for this whole home selling process flow. You can download it using the link below. If you found this information helpful, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more tips. And if you live in the Atlanta area and need help selling your house, I'd be happy to help. Please reach out.